this image that looks a little bit like a number 9 and a little bit like, I guess, Ankh type symbolism with the loop, and also a bit like hair, which I think I've likened to Coma Berenice before, constellation. This was me looking at the concept of Voldemort from Harry Potter. He's put across as the evil one, the one who should not be named, etc. But there's some sort of symbiosis, if that's the right word, with Harry, the one who survived, the boy who lived, as the son of Lily, which is a flower that relates to the concept of Mary's virginity, relating to the Annunciation. I can also see a face, actually. Looking to the left is blackface. This is almost like there's a serpent wrapped around it. So there's like Eve garden symbolism too. I didn't just eat the apple, I ate the snake as well. I wrapped it around my head. Mostly quite earthy colours here. Colours that I've used a few times in relation to Virgin Mary imagery. And I added this sort of like orange squiggle around the edge. So as you know, I don't like leaving empty space. So the bit that looks like a face from a distance almost looks like a couple of fingers from a hand coming around the corner here, right next to what could be the head of a dragon or lizard. As usual, it looks like different things at different times when I look at it. Looks like there might be a couple of grapes halfway down, which would relate to a vine. And there's certainly like these thread-like bits, almost like we're looking at the inside of a tree as well. And there's these wispy ghost-like bits, some of which look like a hand. One of them looks like bent back in on itself, very spectral. And I can see a head down near this centre part that's looking up towards that hand. It actually looks like there's a female figure stood next to them. Blonde hair, but the blonde hair is forming horns. It looks like there's flames coming at the top, like a little vent. And on the right-hand side, there's like these creatures coming around to have a look at this central gateway, which possibly relates to the idea of fertility symbolism and or constellation, possibly both at the same time. I can kind of see a figure here that looks a bit like a court jester with a long nose. Half his body is grey, like his face is this greeny colour. I think that might also relate to the Fool tarot card as well. Like you'd have to be a fool to start on this journey, but oops, it's too late. Not quite sure what's going on down here, but it looks like a couple of different symbols, and possibly like a dancing figure off to the left. It looks like a cross between a lizard and a chain at the same time. And I can see like a green figure in the tail here with a really bright, like neon green skirt. And obviously because it's a 9, it also works the other way around, so it can look like a number 6. I can actually almost see in the tail bit like a person with their arm, like they're resting their chin against their arm. And they've got a green sash around their waist. I don't know what else the number 6 and 9 would relate to, except to say, I think the name Voldemort, Flight of Death, could have a connection to La Petite Mort, the little death, or Les Petites Morts if you're doing it properly, which is a euphemism for an orgasm. I've told you before, I'm very strange. Thanks for listening.